Hello, Facebook Live. Hello, hello. Let's see what's happening here. Am I connected? Not 100% sure. There we go. There we go. All right. So, hello, Facebook Live. Marcus here. What's happening, everybody? Wanted to talk about my restaurant industry in general, my restaurant during COVID. A lot of you know that I actually own a restaurant as well as helping other restaurateurs market, consult, things like that. So I'm also in the business, which is why I've been kind of quiet on this channel and I haven't really updated as much as I usually update. I was creating content on a very regular basis for my Restaurant Growth Secrets Academy and for this just in general. But I've been in a situation where I have been working a tremendous amount in my restaurant, on my restaurant, saving my restaurant. And I've learned a lot of things in the last since March. Learned a lot of things. One of the things I've learned the most of is about being able to execute things very, very, very quickly. I think that's the name of the game right now, is to execute and go forward quickly. Don't wait. I see some restaurants that still have not reopened, that are trying to rebrand themselves, refigure things out, and some of them just feel like they're in over their heads, that they've been left in the dust, and some restaurants have not skipped a beat. I am one of those restaurants that have not skipped a beat. In fact, my sales have increased, improved. My financials have improved. I'm working harder than I was before, but I'm in a lot better shape than a lot of other restaurateurs, a lot of other restaurant owners. So I'm very thankful and grateful for that. And hopefully soon here, I'll be able to get on here and be able to share more of our tips and things that we've been doing in the restaurant. We are in phase 3 in New York right now. Hudson Valley. I'm sorry, Hudson Valley. Yes, good point, Jamie. Because upstate New York, they're phase 4.
Ready to phase 4 on Friday.
They're getting phase 4 on Friday. New York City's getting ready for phase 2.
They probably started phase 2 yesterday.
Yeah. So we're in the Hudson Valley. We're about an hour and a half north of New York City. So we're in phase 3. We just started phase 3. Phase 3 allows us to seat people inside the restaurant at socially distanced spaces at 50% capacity or whatever capacity it is. We were allowed to do that yesterday. As of yesterday, we did not do that. One of the challenges for us is we've turned our restaurant into a full-out grocery store. And we have freezers and refrigerators and all these kinds of things in the restaurant, and wine racks, beer racks. So that was the first thing we did. And with COVID, we were traveling in Vegas the week before, and then the week of that COVID hit, that they closed New York down, we were in New York City at the food show. And when we got back, we kind of figured this was the direction things were going, watching what was happening in Seattle, and of course watching what was happening in Italy, that we'd be going on lockdown and closing the state down. So Jamie and I acted very, very quickly, and we turned the restaurant into a grocery store and started taking orders. And before, this was when people are now mad dashing for toilet paper. Stores are still open, things are still open. People are mad dashing for toilet paper. They're stocking their freezers. You couldn't find a freezer in sight. We decided to put out a grocery list with frozen fish, frozen wild salmon, frozen wild halibut, our frozen albacore tuna, shrimp, lobsters, all kinds of steaks, fresh steaks, grass-fed steaks, produce, eggs, yeast, flours, all kinds of things that we thought you could use in your kitchen. We saw what people were buying, and for us, it was no problem buying these as restaurant owners. We could buy these easily, but the stores just were not getting deliveries, or people were just stocking up too quick. So we took advantage of that, and right from day one, we actually increased our sales. So we never, ever missed a beat on this, and we know because we acted fast. We acted very, very fast, and we hear some people were just like, oh, 4 weeks later, 6 weeks later, let me start doing this, let me start doing that. Folks, one of the keys to success is being able to act as fast as you can. Go with your gut instinct, emotional intelligence, rock and roll on it, and execute. And a lot of people are afraid to execute things. And now is a great chance to redefine. It was a great chance to redefine your business, shorten your menu down, get caught up on financials, do things that food costing, do things that you've been putting off. Now for us, we've been working 7 days around the clock, grocery store. And at first we did it for the first 3-4 weeks by ourselves, and not 100% by ourselves, but we had kitchen staff coming in. Front of the house was my wife and I and our son. And that's all we did was front of the house. And I had one person in the kitchen cooking, one person washing dishes. And as we kept building our Our food business, our to-go business, kept bringing in more people and more people and more people, and now we almost have a full kitchen back. One of the things we did in the restaurant itself was create a $9.99 special. We realized that people weren't after fine dining, they weren't after upscale dining, they weren't after more expensive dishes. They were just after getting food, stocking up on food. So we offered these $9.99 specials that were a massive, massive hit. Buy one, get one pizza night. We were selling 150 pizzas out of a very small kitchen on a Wednesday night. My son and I were the ones making the pizzas, and so we had streamlined a bit, and we had acted fast. So phase 3 entered. We are now allowed to seat people in. We did not seat people in the restaurant yet. We're going to start that by the end of the week because we could not get the tables cleared off because literally we have a grocery store. Now we have to figure out how we mix a grocery store in with dining, because we're able to still sell groceries here in New York. We're able to still sell wines to go and all these things to do. So we want to balance that out. One of the things that we did that was extremely effective is we invested back into the restaurant a lot. We bought a lot of new things. I built a waterfall, a pond outside. We bought frozen drink machines so we can do alcoholic frozen drinks. We invested a lot back into the business. Now is a great time to buy things, get things done. We bought all new patio. We didn't have patio heaters before. We bought patio heaters. We moved our gardens around so we can have more seating. We're getting granite tabletops for the dining room. So we were sort of on this mission to how can we improve our business and how can we do it very quickly. Our menu has gone through since we've been open for takeout. Our menu, or now we've been able to do since phase 2 seating outside. So our garden is typically always packed, and our front sidewalk is pretty much packed as well. And our local village did something great. They closed off the streets on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and we are able to put seats in the street and be able to have people eat out in the streets. We are insanely packed on the weekends because of this. One of the things you have to realize right now in the restaurant industry is you need to be able to get people's attention. You have to get people's attention to get their business. And this is how it is with social media, and that's how it's always been with social media. We're doing a $25 lobster bake that is hitting it out of the park right now. We sold about 130, 140 of these last week. And we just, the momentum is going and going from 70 from the week before. So getting people's attention, doing things that are outrageous, doing great offers, getting people to take food out, getting the volume up for us has been extremely effective for us in the restaurant with all these daily deals. So I just wanted to get on Facebook Live here and share some of the things that we're doing, that we're going to be doing. And one of the things that I said like in the beginning is the key to the success here, our success, was acting very fast. If you're going to sit back right now in the restaurant industry and wait for things to happen to you, you're going to be lost. You're going to be losing business. If you're still closed right now, you should be doing Facebook Lives every day. You should be sending out emails every other day. You should be adding value to people's to your guests' lives. You should be doing some kind of valuable thing with an email marketing, with email newsletter, teaching people how to cook, recipes, keeping them up to date on what you're doing, whether you're open or closed. Whether you're open or closed, that is super important for any business. That is the one key that one of the keys besides acting fast was doing daily lives on Facebook. Myself, I started doing these daily lives. I do a lot of lives, but we started doing these lives religiously daily, and my wife went on and did Facebook happy hour live with her every day religiously, and built this big following on her Facebook Lives. People actually wait for her at 4 o'clock to see what she's going to make. She got into that rhythm. But these were things that we did implemented right away from day one. We didn't wait a month to start doing Facebook Lives. We didn't wait 2 months. We didn't wait 2 weeks. We started doing things right away and altering and moving forward. So I will be back on here very soon, and we're started sending some emails out again. The July marketing calendar. If you're on our email list, the July marketing calendar just went out, where you can get all kinds of food ideas and check out and do some promotions. There's literally a food holiday for every single day of the year. There's National Crawfish Day, there's National Cheddar Cheese Day, there's National Burger Day, there's National this day, National that day. And when you can create your marketing calendar around that and be able to offer specials to your guests, that is a home run. That is a real home run. Keep it interesting, keep it exciting. We'll talk more about that. I'm going to log off for now. I have to get onto a Zoom call here. And if you are opened or closed, especially if you're closed, I hope that you're taking advantage and doing virtual training with your staff. Super, super important to keep that ball rolling with your staff on the trainings and keeping them engaged and active. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you very soon.